Hello Asa, today I'm making a video showcasing off the film camera I bought at an antique store about a couple weeks ago. So this is the Pony 135 Model B, and it's a camera made from around the 1950s that works on 35 millimeter film, which is the pretty standard normal film size. Up front here, we've got the focusing ring, which is what you do to set what distance you're focused into. And I had a lot of fun trying to clean the lenses and then also set this back to calibrated, but I did go through a lot of that in a post on my website, which I've linked in the description. But long story short, it's very difficult because you can't see through the lens with the viewfinder, so you have to trust this ring to know if you're actually in focus. And then, of course, on the lens, it's got a couple other settings. So this one I'm adjusting right now is the shutter speed. So the bigger the number is the fraction of seconds that the shutter is open. So like 100 is 1/100th of a second, 200 is 1/200th of a second, 1/25th is 1/25th of a second. You get the idea. And then the other setting on this back here is a dial that controls how large the aperture is. So basically how big is the hole that the camera is letting light in through. And obviously the bigger that is, the more light reaches the film. But the other interesting thing about this dial is that when you set it, you can see these red numbers on the front. And that tells you what's in focus for a different size. So the smaller the aperture is, the more distance you can actually cover in the in focus range. And that just means that, so if you got a really small aperture, you can see like from infinity to 6 feet in front of you in focus. And that's really convenient for taking photos because that means on a sunny day, you almost don't have to worry about it. And on the back, we've got a lever to wind it up, a button to rewind it. We've got a rewind knob and a wind knob on the top. We have a little counter that tells you how many photos are left, a button to take the pictures, and a little wheel you can turn to indicate what film you're using. So after you take a picture, you pull this wind lever, and then you can wind up the wind knob, and it'll stop you after you move one whole frame. If you hold the other button, the rewind will spool up behind it the whole way. And that's basically the whole camera. Asa, I hope you enjoyed this little showcase of it, and I hope to see you around.